All right, so I got a request for a little information about myself, and I really don't like talking about myself, but I'm going to try and share a little bit about me. So I'm from Idaho originally, grew up there. I grew up in a family that had a ranch. We went out on worked on our with our cows and learned to fix fence and things like that. I am a runner. I love to run. And that probably stems from my dad, who was a runner, and all of his brothers were runners, and they all ran in college. And so I always wanted to run in college, and I did. I ran at Rick's College and at Utah State. Um, and so when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do, I was looking at the healthcare field and knew I wanted to work with people. And I loved working with the human body and seeing how things work together. Originally, I was planning on going into dentistry, but after a short time of working with a dentist, I realized that was not for me. I wanted to be able to work with athletes and help athletes be able to compete and achieve their goals and fix their body so that they can do that. And so my goal is to work with everybody. I think everybody can be an athlete, whether you're a mom that stays at home with your kids, or you're someone who used to compete but maybe hasn't done so. And so my goal is always to get people back moving and functioning as best they can. I had a practice in Boise, Idaho for 12 years before we moved down here to Utah. And my focus in that practice was a lot with runners and helping runners overcome their injuries. Now, as a runner and having dealt with most running injuries, I know how to help runners overcome those and get back to competing as quickly as possible. And my goal is with any of my treatments is always to help people get back to doing the things they love as quickly as possible. Sometimes we might have to back them off those activities, but I don't ever want people to stop and not do anything. I want people to be doing something so that they can get back to things and doing what they love. Um, my family, we have 5 kids. We enjoy the outdoors. We love to go hike in the mountains. One of my favorite things to do is be out in the mountains. I love to go out and go running or hiking or snowshoeing or skiing in the mountains. And anytime I get a chance to be out in the mountains, that's where you'll probably find me. And so um, if you want to go out in the mountains, let me know. I'd be happy to take you out there. And a question I often get is, why did I choose chiropractic? I came from a family of physical therapists, and all my uncles are my uncle, and a lot of my cousins are physical therapists. I have a sister-in-law that's a physical therapist. I think physical therapy is great, and I think there's a lot of benefit to it. My goal was always to use that physical therapy aspect of things and combined it with the chiropractic aspects of things. I think the combination of the two, chiropractic and physical therapy, is what really helps people get to feeling better as quickly as possible. I think the adjustments can be great, but I think if all you're doing is adjusting the joints of the body, you're missing an aspect that physical therapy approaches, and that's you working with the muscles. And same vice versa. I think if all you're doing is working with the muscles, you're missing the aspect of getting the joints moving properly. And so the combination of the two makes a big difference. And that's partly why we wanted to open the studio we have with the Pilates and chiropractic. Is once we get people feeling better, we want them to keep moving and keep doing things, because that's how they're going to find their best health and just stay feeling as good as they can. And so by doing Pilates exercises and doing the gentle approach to that can help people work through some of those injuries and get back to doing what they love.